GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. The guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
From the shotgun, Rattler. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, here's Rattler. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He's to the 15. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 45 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Kamara. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Milton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Ready. Here's Milton now to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Milton. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They go with blue between the tackles. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Here's Milton. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Rattler wants to throw it. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
This is taken around the 12. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To throw is Milton. He hits blue. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Where's the contain there? And yes, that's a question because that was just a simple drop-off. But he hits the Jets, and all of a sudden, the seas part in front of him. A huge result there to flip the field and what was a fairly innocuous play call.
They'll run. This is blue. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. The lane opens. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra for a kick returner.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Complete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the... Yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Olave motioning to the left. Here's Rattler. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now Rattler. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing once more. Here's Rattler. Catch made. It's Moreau. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go.
To the air is Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Riley. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go. Here's Rattler rolling to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To throw from his end zone, Milton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Milton. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. To throw, it's Milton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Escaping the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Milton. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. To the sideline and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Trap 60, trap 60.
A final shot before break. Milton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Pushes him over. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's got his man on the crossing route. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on fourth down. They're going for it. They throw it out right complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Off the play fake. Milton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18.
On 4th down, here's Rattler. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Milton. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set.
He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave, 81 yards. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Brzee, excellent job on that play. A big loss, 18 yards. Here's Milton now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
Go.
It's blue.